came out with obviously a Hellcat powered Trackhawk, right?
Right.
But I gotta tell you, I kind of feel like this is the thing they should have built instead of a Grand Cherokee.
You know how many times I hear that?
Yeah. You know, for a lot of people, the ultimate Jeep pickup truck is a Jeep Wrangler, but is it really the ultimate when you think about it? How about if you had a Jeep Wrangler pickup truck that was actually a 6x6, that's right, a 6-wheel drive? And how about if that Jeep Wrangler 6x6 had not a Pentastar under the hood, but a Hellcat, 707 horsepower Hellcat Hemi? Well, meet the JK6, and coming up right now, we're going to test drive this bad boy and we're going to tell you all about it. I get why it's a JK6. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but what makes it super special is not just the fact that it's a 6x6, but what's under the hood. So let's open it up and show them what's under the hood, because that's what makes it so badass. I know a 6x6 is already badass, but this is even more badass. All right, does that look familiar? Anybody out there? It's got a little SRT Hellcat. So you took a Hellcat engine out of a Challenger, I take it, or was it a Charger?
It was a Challenger.
Out of a Challenger and transplanted it into a JK. So tell me, how easy or hard was that?
It definitely was not easy.
I bet.
It took a lot of work just getting it aligned and making it fit. You know, I mean, we got less than a 1/4 inch of clearance in the back firewall, you know, so we had to relocate some things. We had to rework all of the wiring, custom built engine mounts, transmission mount. The list goes on.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, but how long did this take you? How many hours are you into this build?
Into the whole build itself, we're over 1,500 hours.
Wow. And what, a year? Year and a half?
Year and a half.
Yeah.
You know, we've done this one all here on my budget, so we've had to stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah. And where'd you get the idea? I mean,
well, the biggest thing was, you know, this is not the first one I done, and I did a V6 version, and I got it out. And though it ran and drove, and it was pretty nice, I'm a horsepower guy.
Oh, heck yeah.
So it was all about how big can I go and how fast can we get there.
Yeah, yeah. And what was the hardest part? Was it, you know, getting the wiring harness to talk to the rest of the Jeep, or was it fitting it into this much smaller, obviously, engine bay?
Yeah, the hardest part was definitely the wiring and the computer. You know, making the two of those work together so that we didn't lose any of the body functions, you know, the disconnect or any of the traction locks or anything. That was a nightmare. We put many hours, I can't even tell you how many, probably 100 or more just into that.
We interrupt this video from a word from our sponsors, TFL. Have you guys bought a new car in the last several months? If so, we want to hear from you. We're doing a new show called Dude, I Love My New Ride, where we're featuring new car ownership, the experience, what's it like to buy it, how much did you pay? We'd love to feature you on this channel. So if you do, send an email to info@tflcar, describe the car that you've bought, maybe send us a picture, and you too could be featured on our channel. 2x2 would be an 11, a 4x4 burnout would be a 22, so would this make it a 30, well, you know what I mean, 6x6 burnout. Let's talk about the rest of the Jeep. So let's talk about the wheels and the lift. What kind of, this is custom obviously, so you've got a bumper, you've got...
Yeah, the grills we made in-house, carbon fiber.
Yep.
The bumpers we made in-house.
Those are beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love the design, that's really nice.
I wanted something that flowed nice with the fenders. You know, we made the fenders, pretty much every body part on here that it took to make this what it is now, we made.
And you started with a brand new JK, and I don't believe this is a Jeep color. It looks like something you guys did.
Yeah, we started out with a House of Colors orange, and then we just started adding toners until we got this, and we wanted that big, deep, rich color, and then when it gets out in the sun, it becomes so vibrant.
You got a Warden winch. How big is this? About 10,000 pounds?
Yeah, that one's a 10,000.
Yeah, I saw it written up there. Didn't read your mind.
Right.
And talk to me about the wheels and the lift. So, how much of a lift?
We did a 5-inch lift overall, adjustable control arms, upper lowers, front and rear, rough country adjustable shocks. The wheels, just something that we saw that we liked online, to be honest.
And how about the tires? Are those 35s, you said?
35-inch tires. They're 20 by 12 and a half.
And if you're going to get this one, you're going to have to plan on obviously replacing all 6 because it's a 6x6. So let's talk about the back end of this Jeep. How did you get the 2 Danas, right?
Well, the rear one is the factory Dana. The front one's a totally custom-made housing based off of the Ford 9-inch.
Because the power has to go from the
into
Hellcat engine into it and then through it, right, and then back to the Dana. So how does that work?
I can't give out too many of those secrets, but basically we're going into the input shaft, the yoke, onto the pinion gear. We have a pass-through shaft that we've milled and cut out to go through there to give us another yoke on the back side of it. So it transfers that power around back.
Now, normally open diffs?
Normally open diffs.
On all 6, right? And then you still have the lockers in place?
We still have the lockers in place.
On all 6?
On all 6.
So you can have true 6x6?
True 6x6.
That's pretty badass.
And, it launches like a rocket when you have them locked up.
I would think so. I think traction would not be an issue here. All right, let's rock and roll. Feels like a regular Jeep with way too much power. Let me go slow around this corner. I don't want to break. I don't want to break it.
Doesn't take much.
Doesn't take much, no. Now, you know there's a Gladiator that's coming out in about 6 months, which is a mid-size pickup truck, right? It's a Jeep pickup truck. Any thought of turning that into a 6x6?
My first thought was it's going to make my job a lot easier.
Yeah, I figured, and talk to you about the JK donor vehicle. So you get a JK, right? Take it apart?
Totally disassemble it, 100% disassemble, and literally just cut it in half. Cut the top in half, mock that all up, and we hand tool all of the body parts back here for the extension.
Yeah, because this is the end of the JK. So this is custom.
Normally from here to here is the JK.
Okay.
You know, the window's a good 2.5 feet. So we cut it roughly right here, and then we extend it over 36 inches. And then we take the piece that we cut off and add it in the back. And
this is custom made. This doesn't exist on a JK, this window. And how about these? All fabricated?
All fabricated. It's all solid steel.
And how big of a bed do you end up with? You know?
To be totally honest, I haven't measured.
Looks like a bed out of
like about 4.5 feet.
Yeah, like a Ford Explorer Sport Track. Remember those?
Right.
That's about the same size, I think.
And we did make all of this where it opens up.
Okay. So like a regular?
Yeah, you can open that up, get the seat down, and at that point you got a full 8-foot bed.
So if you wanted to haul plywood.
Yeah.
Not that I would haul plywood, but you could. And why is there a little indent? Was that part of,
that was factory.
That was there, right? So that's underneath the little carpeted area in the back of the regular.
We were originally going to set the spare up in there.
Yeah.
And that's why we left it.
Let's talk about the rear bumper. This is custom as well?
Yes, it is.
And you guys built that as well?
Yes, sir.
And the lights look custom.
Yeah, we're going to start our own line, and that was the prototype that we came up with.
Are those LEDs?
Yes.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. And a regular JK, if I'm not mistaken, will tow about 3,500 pounds with the 6. How much do you think this bad boy will tow?
I bet you we're up in the 8 mark now. I actually had a guy call me the other day and wants to be able to tow 12,000 pounds with one. I mean, the motor will definitely do it. But
Yeah, but how about brakes? Have you upgraded the brakes?
we haven't upgraded the brakes, but we did add another set, so we got 6-wheel stopping.
Okay. And you know the best thing about the JK6 is that not only can you dream about it, but you can also own it because it is indeed for sale. And how much?
This one starts at $289.
Okay, so it's a little bit more expensive than your run-of-the-mill JK. What's
right.
your favorite part of this Jeep?
Oh, well, I'd have to say I'm a power guy, so
Yeah,
I'll take the horsepower and the color. It really,
Gorgeous.
really popped.
Yeah. How about the rock sliders? Are those yours or are there some?
No, those we just got offline.
Okay, and let's see the inside. So what have you guys done inside here?
We blasted it apart and did full custom leather. I mean, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Diamond stitching.
Yeah.
We carpeted it.
Yeah, I just felt carpet up there.
Yeah.
So a little bit more quiet, a little bit more nuance. And anything, pretty much through here is pretty much stock, right? So
Yeah.
there was nothing you had to do to really kind of change it up. Let's start with the transfer case.
Okay. Transfer case is just factory
Yep.
JK.
Yep.
Transmission is the Mercedes transmission.
8-speed.
8-speed,
Yep.
yeah, sorry. And we did a shift kit, torque converter, bell housing, and changed all of that to mate up to the...
Okay, and how about gearing? Yeah,
410 here.
I'm figuring it's 410s, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look at the other one because we have a right-hand drive one. Let's go
Yeah.
walk around this one too. Did you do this one first or this one first?
This one was done first.
Okay, and postal Jeep? Right, those are the right-hand
Yeah,
drive ones in America.
I went over to Chrysler and they just happened to have one on the lot, and
Okay.
I thought, we are already going crazy with the 6-wheel.
Yeah.
Why not make it a right-hand drive 6-wheel?
So this is the regular Pentastar.
Regular Pentastar, most of the same upgrades as that one outside of the motor.
Yeah, I think painted white, right? Same bumper, same winch. And how much is this guy?
This one was starting out at $169.
Just a little caveat to this. This is by far the best car I've driven this year.
Nice. I like to hear that.
Of course, it's just the start of the year, but still, it is by far. I'm gonna make you a bet, Russ. I'm gonna bet you that even at the end of this year, this will still be the coolest car I've driven. So I know it's only 3 days into the new year, but I'm betting that come December 31st, this will still be the coolest car. Thank you very much for sharing it with my viewers. And
No problem. Thank you guys.
Yeah, it's way cool, dude. I'm gonna have a huge smile on my face all the way home. Yeah, I get it. Driving it around an industrial park is not the most exciting thing in the world. So Russ has promised me that next time I'm back in California, we're going to take one of these bad boys into the sand and take them off-road and see just how much fun you can have with not 2-wheel drive, not 4-wheel drive, but 6-wheel drive with 707 horsepower. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Check out tflcar.com for more news, views, and of course, Dream Jeep Wrangler Hemi Hellcat powered 6x6 reviews. See you guys next time. Ciao.